Ladies and gentlemen, again, we thank you for joining us today at this festival. We are currently right up here by Kite Central, and we're on some hallowed ground. There's a lot of good history with Lincoln City and the Kite Festival here. We're going to talk a lot about that. I have with me now Steve Lamb, who was pivotal with this event, and we're going to talk. We've got a little bit of information that Steve's going to share with us, and then we're going to go down and talk to the art kite folk. So right now, I'm going to turn it over to Steve Lamb. We're going to talk about another VIP to this festival, and talk about some of the things that have happened here on the Oregon coast that led to the creation of this festival. So Steve Lamb, tell us a little bit about, there was a world record here, yes?
Many world records have happened here. For example, one that I remember was setting the world speed record for a kite. And we had a flexifoil kite flown on Spectra lines, which we had just introduced. And the Spectra lines are extremely thin, very, very strong, and they're what you see all of the Kitefliers using today on the jewel line kites and the quad line kites. Spectra is the brand name. Dyneema is the European name for the same concept of line. Anyway, the world record was clocked by a Lincoln City police officer on radar, and that was what was used to document the record, and it went into the books. 107 miles per hour.
107 miles an hour of a kite flying across the beach. That's very, very impressive. So that was one of the first that happened here. I also know that with looking out at the show kite field today, the show kites that debuted out here. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, one of the most important figures here, we commemorated earlier today the passing of John Waters, not the movie director, but John Waters, the kite inventor. I was introduced to John after I first opened the kite store here in Lincoln City in 1979, the first year of the first kite festival. And John was introduced to me, he introduced himself as the world record holder for flying a kite indoors. And he had done this in Memorial Coliseum using an Indian fighting kite, kept it aloft for a full 24 hours. Got a lot of publicity from that, and I was very impressed and kind of asked John to join my team. John proceeded to unleash his full inventive powers toward kites, all of it happening here on this beach at the Deer River.
That's very, very, we love hearing stuff like that. Now also, he invented something else that was giant. We don't have a full-size one, but you have one of his original inventions flying just up above us about 10-15 feet. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
This is a spin sock. It's on the pole, although it can be flown on any kite line. It's right above us here. John invented the spin sock. He was assigned by me to come up with a windsock that would spin. And we had some very large regular windsocks that would not spin. And he devised different things like propellers and weird venting. Finally he came up with the design that you see here. And it lent itself to be made into sizes all the way from a car antenna version that was 12 inches long, all the way up to the biggest one ever made was 150 feet long with a 25-foot diameter at the mouth. John introduced these and flew them regularly at the beach in Lincoln City here. So we don't have any up to date. Maybe we can get that corrected later on, possibly in Seaside this weekend.
That's right. The American Kitefliers Association convention is up in Seaside starting Monday. There'll be kites all along the beach all day long up there. But so back here, this festival John was pivotal in this festival, and you actually were as well. So can you give us a little bit more about the history of the Lincoln City Kite Festival before we go?
The idea was to top off the summer season with one last gasp of serious kite flying. And that was the concept of coming up with a kite festival in September. The first one was September 29th, 1979. And right after that, we moved the festival into October to be usually the weekend before the national convention of the American Kitefliers, which was usually held on the middle of October. They moved that up this year, which is why the festival today and yesterday is early in September, which still works, and as you can see, we have pretty good wind. I had scheduled the original festival to be a 2-day event because I knew it was a gamble to get good conditions for kite flying on any given day. So if you go for 2 days, you've got double the shot of getting a chance. That was very demonstrated in this year's festival. Yesterday, it was like rowing a boat with a rope for a lot of the flyers. The most successful, of course, were the ones that could fly with no wind whatsoever. And we saw examples of people doing a complete 360s. We were fearing that this would be 2 days of an event like that. But fortunately, we had our wind kick in today, and the strategy of doing a 2-day festival once again showed its worth.
Indeed it did, and your presence today brought the sunshine and the wind out. Steve Lamb, the founder of the Lincoln City Kite Festival. 45 years this has been going on, ladies and gentlemen. How about a big round of applause for our festival founder?